Now, on the issue or on expectation versus reality, I have to say though, from the very first year we got married, things just basically started off on the wrong foot. I believed the very first year it was evident that we were not compatible. I knew in my heart, I knew in my spirit that something was wrong. It's the kind of feeling that you get when you say to yourself, I think I made a mistake. Because the arguments and problems that we had that very first year when we starting to get to know each other revealed to me and to her that we were not compatible. Because I know for a fact that at one point during those first 3 years, she wanted to go away. And I wanted to go away as well. We just kept fighting each other. We were never friends. We could not hold a good conversation. And there was no dialogue, there was no communication. From the first year, it became very obvious that we're two different persons. I think that's where, from now I look back, and I'm sure I have to speak for myself. Because I wanted to say that when we do argue, she says, well, oh, yeah, since we got married, things never... And I say the same thing as well. So what I'm saying here is, I'm not saying she was wrong and I was right. I'm not saying both of us realized that we were not compatible. We were not... It just wasn't working. It really showed up early, very quickly. Because her character is just not really what I thought it was. And I'm sure she said to me many times that my character was not what she thought it was. I'm a different person to the man she met. And I'm also thinking she's a different person to the woman I met. Our ways of dealing with situations was completely different. We never went for 3 months solid without arguments, without any problems, for the last 18 years. I mean, for all I can remember is we never, at the most 6 months, we never went 6 months without an argument, to be fair. So it became like she was fighting me and I was fighting her. We were never there to support each other. We were never there to try to solve a problem, both of us. But I felt like, she was there to challenge me. And she also felt like I was there to pull her down. This is according to, I'm not putting words in him. This is what she tells me every time we're arguing. And I remember the many times I would sit down and I'm thinking, my gosh, what did I get myself into? And I am sure she said the same thing. What did I get myself into? Because she told me many times. I told her many times as well that I don't know, but we're not getting on. The reality was just like, it was a fight. And based on my Christian beliefs and also her beliefs, it was just like, let's stick it out, let's fight, let's try to find a solution, we'll move on. I just felt like, my world was turned upside down. I felt like I couldn't function anymore. I felt like, I had somebody who was there to fight me. And this slowly started manifesting itself in many different ways. I lost my joy. I lost my peace. I lost pretty much harmony with myself, with everything. I just became a different person. And that's the same for her. She lost her joy. She lost her peace. She lost harmony with herself. She lost everything. But we just wanted to be together. On my side, I was just saying, this is wrong. A preacher who got married, and in my mind, it was, the idea of separating or divorcing, it was really far from my mind. I never even wanted to anticipate. I didn't even want to think of such a thing in my mind. No. Of all the things that I could wish for in life, no. Not a divorce. No. But there are also reasons for that. It's not just because I didn't want to get divorced. I knew it was wrong because God doesn't like divorce. And I also, in my mind, knowing that I've never wanted to have children growing without me, or me getting having another family outside of my. I just didn't want to have that. The whole idea of, having, been with this woman and go and get married again and have, I just didn't. Go and have children again. I just didn't. Nobody's saying that I should go and have children again, but it's just that in my mind, back then, because I only had one child, and it was just, for me, it was just like, this is what I signed up to, and we have to work things out. And trying to work things out, we did. We fought each other. We fought each other. I'm looking for words. There was just a lot that happened that sometimes it's difficult even to want to bring it out again, because I want to leave it in the past. But for the sake of those who would read, I think I will mention some things, but reality was just different. It was, from day one, it was fighting, it was arguments. For me, I just knew from that first year. But then you hear that, okay, well, people, this is how it begins, and some people, get to have that the first year, you argue, and, things can get better the second year, third round, or third year, things like that. So I kept saying to myself, yeah, things will get better. Yeah, let's work it out. Let's do this and that. And then obviously, we come together and say, okay, forgive each other, made mistake here and there. But, and then this kind of situation went on for 18 years. Life became unbearable. And then at some stage, I just got to a stage where we couldn't stick it out anymore. We had to call an end to it. And we did. And that's just the reality of it. Yeah, but looking back, the reality was just something different. What I was hoping for didn't actually materialize.